Guys, I was talking to my brother about this earlier, but a part of me thinks that men are getting way too mouthy and sassy these days because they're not getting their rocked like they used to. There's guys that my brother interacts with probably on a daily basis, and even guys I've interacted with where I'm like, you actually need to get your ass beat. Because if this was the 70s, 80s, 90s, they would not be that mouthy. They would have gotten their rocked. Sometimes a real man needs to step into the vicinity and just like beat their to finally teach them how to shut the
If you don't go into marriage with the understanding that marriage is supposed to make you holy, not just happy, you are in for a rude awakening. While you are gathering up your standards for the type of man that you want, the money that you want him to have, whether he has kids or no kids, or he's a businessman or a corporate man, whatever that is, have your list, baby girl, but also have a list preparing you to forgive when you don't want to. Make sure you remind yourself that you are supposed to compromise, especially for my girls that have been single and getting to the bag and running their own show for a very long time. Make sure a part of your list is being prepared to be rubbed the wrong way. Welcome to the sanctification process. If you are not aware that marriage is a reflection of sanctification, you are going to be in for a rude awakening.
Hold your ear, call the police. Hey, gather. What's up, what? Gather. Call the police. Call the police. That's all. He's sloppy. Call the police.
So the last night I had in Vegas, I was talking to this guy, and oh my gosh, like we have shared interests, but I feel like he's just times 100, and it felt like too much, like too overwhelming for me. And it just got me thinking, you know how that saying, people are your mirrors, and when you're around others, that's how you see facets of yourself. But I'm like, gosh, I can understand why people get annoyed with me or they don't like me. I'm so sorry.
Like attracts like. You cannot attract what you are not. See, a lot of women don't want to hear that. And like I said, I used to think it was just a black thing, but she has disabused me. No, it's white. White women do it too. So all the ladies out there, all the ladies in the community, guess what? You're right. I stand corrected. White women do it too. White women refuse to take personal accountability and responsibility too. You're 100% correct. Because they attract into their life after they get finished and sucking and marrying and reproducing with them. And then when those do to them what they do to everybody else, because the way a man does one thing is the way he does everything, now all of a sudden they a victim. Nah, sis, you're a volunteer. You're a volunteer. And instead of putting on your big girl and taking the L and then going and reading books about how you can get better, instead of doing that, what you want to do is want to paint yourself out as some type of victim. But you're not a victim, sister. You're a volunteer. You signed on for that. And I know everybody hears this, and I hope my brothers from other mothers see this as well.
Modern women today give themselves the benefit of the doubt too often in relationships. That is why you're walking into relationships entitled, privileged, and arrogant. Because you honestly expect someone to give you the benefit of the doubt when you are hypercritical of men. Many of you ladies sit around and can't wait till a dude does something wrong so you can say, see, there it is. But let you do something wrong, don't want to talk about it. Let a man forget to call you or don't holler back at you on a certain time. Then all of a sudden it's like, here come the 50 questions. But let you don't do something, let you miss something. Then all of a sudden, I don't want to talk about it. You're making me feel bad. How is it that you ladies can up? And then the man brings it to your attention and wants to talk about how you screwed up. You know you screwed up, but then he's responsible for how you feel about you screwing up. Get the out. No, ladies, that works with most men. But over here, high value men get the benefit of the doubt.
I cannot make this up. I just saw on TikTok that a guy was in a dilemma with his significant other, his recent significant other, because she is uncomfortable with him going to his ex, or not ex, but his significant other's grave. He was married to her for many years, and she passed about 5 years ago. And new girlfriend says, I'm really just uncomfortable with you going up there. The woman is in the ground. The woman is in the ground. How, like, much more controlling can you be? I cannot make this up. And I do not understand women like this. I truly do not understand women like this. Like, she is trash. She is complete, total trash. To tell somebody that you are uncomfortable with them visiting their partner, their late partner's grave. I'm fucking done with the internet today. What the hell? Let me know in the comments. Is she right? Is she wrong? Should he leave her? What the
thing that we continue to see over and over again is modern women in these relationships doing all of the wrong things, saying all of the wrong things, just being a person that is not a very good partner, and then turning back to the man and saying, can't be my problem, it must be you. It must be you doing something wrong. And men saying, okay, I will take accountability for my part in this situation, but now it's on you. I am not wrong 365 days out of the year. As the saying goes, even a broken clock is right twice a day. There's got to be, at some point in time, for everything to be, kind of in alignment, I have to be right sometimes. You can't be right all the time. But modern women really think that they're right all of the time.
And I don't feel like people should care about your past dating history if I'm on a date with you now.
Why do you think guys care so much about body counts?
That's a good question. I don't have a clue.
Me neither.
Yeah, he does. We all do. All of these things matter in different ways to everybody, but they all matter. And this one matters a lot, and too many women don't get that.
If we get to talking and your past comes up, I promise you I will listen and I won't say nothing to you. But I swear to God, I'm judging. Oh, I'm judging. I can't look past you telling me that you got in high school. I'm sorry, I can't. I won't say anything to you. And we can continue the date. But as far as you getting cuffed, oh, you're cooked, baby. That's it. No, there's no way. The fact that I know it happened now, I still think that it can happen again. You can still come over, like I'm telling you, but that's your max contract. You're not getting a signing bonus. You're not getting an extension. That's it. I'm judging, and I'm judging every word. Like, what?
That's probably what I would do too. Some women seem to think we shouldn't do this.
It's just a weird thing to ask. And I don't feel like people should care about your past dating history if I'm on a date with you now.
Here's why that's really, 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 really dumb. This is the ick indicator. It's a tool for understanding why women get the ick, which is when you do something that shows weakness and then she doesn't like you anymore. There are two types of icks. Type 1 is not manly enough, and type 2 is too girly, too feminine, too affected by your environment. For example, not spending enough on a date is not enough of a man, and too cold is, oh, poor baby, is the environment hurting you? They're arranged in order of these are your fault and these are her fault. She's unsalvageable, get rid of her. I saw this one happen in real life. A guy clipped bear spray to his belt and his girlfriend said, "You're such a baby." And there were bears. I saw 4 of them. The reason I bring it up is that an ick is not a judgment, it's a feeling. Women don't get out a pen and paper and go, should I feel gross right now? They just do. And when you are lacking purity, that is a male ick. We don't think about it, we just feel it the same way that you do. We might think of you as a keeper and then we go, oh, you did what in college?
Men, just so you know, women will sit next to you, soaking, and not say a word the entire time. So next time, if you want something to happen, use your voice, all right, and your actions. Cool.
You know what I've noticed? Guys always have the girl that got away or girls that got away. But I have never, ever, 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 ever in my life spoken to a female. And she was like, I liked this guy so much. He was so perfect and I let him get away. Like, I have never seen that. Like, girls just don't have that. Girls have the guy that stayed in their life for too long, or they just gave them too much of their energy. They have that type of guy. They have the guys that overstayed what they were supposed to. We don't have the guy that got away.
Marriage is going to disappear because women are actually the worst marketing for marriage. They show men every single day why they shouldn't get married. I really think women, we just have two defaults. It's gaslighting, virtue signaling. Oh, no, 3. Gaslighting, nagging, virtue signaling. Women feel a tendency to be entitled to being a to you for life. And they also feel entitled to defending themselves when you're calling them a bitch, right? And women feel entitled to this. They feel entitled to the fighting. And they call you weak if you're not going to do it right to their face. And I just think it's interesting because I'm like, why are you in media if that's your expectation? We're talkers. That's what we do. Marriage is going to disappear because women are actually the worst marketing for marriage. They show men every single day why they shouldn't get married. So here's the ways women can destroy you, right? So these are the ways women have leverage. Police, reputation destruction, as we saw in the first video, family court, and there's like a million other ways. But I want to make this simple. The only thing men have is cheating and walking away. Like women being afraid you're going to cheat and women being afraid that you're going to walk away. So that's your only leverage.
If your girl doesn't invite you to hang out with her friends anymore, or if she starts going out with her friends more, it's not girl time. Girl time. It's called scouting, okay? Oh, she's looking fine. Going out her best fit. It's called scouting, boys. Scouting. Y'all need to learn game.
But you were with me and then you were wanting my friend this whole time.
I was not with you. I was entertaining you. We were talking, that is it. I was never with you. I never went on a date with you. Or maybe we went on a date, I was hungry.
Oh, no be me then tell, but genuinely the cool catch me. See, make I tell you, when people say nothing dey street, believe them. You see, anything wey carry you, attraction move you, you are having butterfly in your stomach, and you go begin follow person wey no dey fear God. No, I didn't say Christian, no, I didn't say church goer. Person wey no dey fear God. You are at owner's risk. Anything wey you see, you. Because it gets some kind things where if you tell me as a person, my heart go, hey, have all your red flag go, check all the things you want to check in your potential partner, check them. But you see that fear of God, that I won't do this because God don't like it factor in a person. They don't have it. Nothing else is green in their flag. Because in my experience, I have found that love for another human being in the long run is not always enough to keep another person in check. I'll leave it at that. Don't mention no, we don't do that here.
Listen, a woman who disrespects her man is a dangerous woman. And I don't mean loud, I don't mean opinionated. I mean a woman who does not respect you at your core. Because once respect is gone, baby, everything else starts to fall apart. You can't lead her, you can't protect her. You can't even love her properly because she don't value you. And let me tell you something, these type of women, you can't tell them nothing. They don't listen, they don't reflect, they don't care how you feel. They'll embarrass you, dismiss you, talk over you, and then act like you the problem. And it's scary because from the outside, it might still look like love. But behind closed doors, there's no respect at all. In a relationship without respect, that's just a slow breakup waiting to happen. So if you ever feel like somebody don't respect you, don't ignore that, because love without respect will drain you every single time. Okay?
And there's a lot of this talk about the manosphere and red pill and all that other stuff and how it's terrible, it's poison, it's detrimental. But it doesn't really seem like, we have a lot of Netflix documentaries about how modern women are talking absolutely crazy They're talking sideways, right? And I understand that essentially what's happening is somebody says, oh man, that's a trend. Let me go check it out. And then they go and talk to some of the people that are some of the top creators or whatever, I guess. And then they say, wow, you know, I take away from this is that it's wow, it's crazy. But you have a lot of people underneath that tier, underneath those people that are saying, no, I don't necessarily subscribe to that, but I have been in a position where a woman has taken my money and then blocked me. I have paid for a date and she's blocked me. I have been all of the things that she's asked and done all of the things that she asked, and she still treats me with disrespect. And I don't think that's fair. Somebody should speak up about that.
Never made you feel like you were enough.
Let's have a hand for that truth. That's spectacular.
And it's only from the sense that you are unworthy and that you are not lovable that you allow someone to control you.
Stop there for a moment. I want every man and every woman to hear that. This woman is speaking truth from her soul. She deserves our love and respect, and we deserve to learn from what she's teaching us right now. When men, out of their love, choose to try to please you, and then you no longer respect them, it's because you mistook being nice for being powerless, and you're wrong. And there's a day in which a man hits a threshold where he will no longer please, and you will discover in those moments that everything he was offering was a gift that you took. You took their blessing and you converted it into because of a game you play in your head. And that's the way to guarantee you'll never have lasting love.
A man argues when he cares. He explains when he believes. He repeats himself when he's trying to save it. But when he gets quiet, that's not peace. That's detachment. And once a man detaches, he's already leaving, even if he's still there. And
look at him, Cole. He gave up his billionaire empire and built her a dream house. Why can't you be this romantic?
Because he's a fictional character, Lisa.
It's an Oscar-winning movie. It sets the standard for how a real man should love a woman.
It sets a standard for delusion. The script was written by a guy paying alimony to 3 ex-wives.
You are so cynical. It's about passion. He risked his life for her.
He risked nothing. He got paid $20 million to read lines in front of a green screen.
You just don't know how to treat a woman like a leading lady.
A leading lady brings value to the script. You bring complaints to the living room. Hollywood sells you a 2-hour fantasy, and you expect me to fund it in real life? You want an Oscar-winning performance? Hire an actor. You want a high-value partner? Turn off the TV. The credits are rolling, Lisa. Wake up.
I was getting dinner with my friends last night, and somehow the topic of, like, what's the worst thing someone's ever said to you on a date? And this is definitely not the worst, but it is the most memorable to me, and I'm not really sure why. I just find it so funny. Is I was on this date with this guy, it was already going poorly, but he paid for my coffee. So, you know what? Bonus points, thank you to that man. But I ended up asking him, what do you want to do after you graduate? And he said, thought about it for a second and said, I just want to play like a little boy. And I said, what? What does that mean? And he said, I just want to play like a little boy until my parents make me get a job. And I think I left maybe 5 minutes after, but it was said with such seriousness that I was flabbergasted. I was just astounded. And I follow him on Instagram, and he does. That is what he does. He just plays like a little boy. No job. So, you know, one of us is living their dreams, and it's honestly not me, so good for him.
The number one thing that women need to know about men.
A woman needs to know what a man's favorite animal is. You want to know why? Let me ask you this. What's your favorite animal?
A butterfly.
What are 3 deep reasons why a butterfly?
I just think that there's so many different varieties of beauty. Transformation happens. The butterfly. They seem free.
So when a man expresses it, like, or you express what their favorite animal is, often what they're expressing is their subconscious yearnings or desires for their life partner. So I asked this question to another friend the other day, and she said, a dog, golden retriever. I said, why? And she said, they're loyal, they're fun, and they're always there for you. Right? And that's what she wants in a man. And it sounds like what you want is maybe it's physical beauty, inner beauty, whatever it is that you think of when you think of the butterfly. A sense of freedom that he has, and transformation, which sounds like he's into the personal work, I'm guessing. Is that what you felt?
Totally.
And so the number one thing that a woman needs to know about a man is what he's looking for in a partner on a subconscious level. And there's a really, really amazing video on this by Teal Swan. She talks about like what your favorite color is, what your favorite animal is, what your favorite body of water are, and they'll indicate different things about a person's subconscious mind. I highly suggest you guys check out that video. And you know that you're looking for a butterfly.
You're a 20-year-old husband who married you when you were 17. Grooming. Hello. That's not.
What?
That's not.
Babe, what are you talking about?
No. You have been groomed, and I feel like you don't even realize it.
I think you're drunk out your mind.
Oh, I'm so.
I don't.
I'm highly inebriated. Yes.
I'm not gonna yell. I'm not gonna yell or argue with you in
Am
this
I
way.
Shut up.
I've never been on.
In the back. I'm talking to the nice lady in the back.
Oh.
Married lady in the back.
You know she got married when she was 17 to a 20-year-old.
But here's the thing, to the girl in the back in the center who was talking, I had a couple of questions. You and your husband, you got married at 18, you're 19 years old, yeah?
Yes.
Did you guys have a nice honeymoon?
No, we're like kind of unconventional. We got eloped like 3 days after getting engaged. We haven't done a honeymoon yet just because we're saving up for that later in the future. Like our priority is having kids and buying a house.
Are you religious?
I am. I'm Christian.
Well, I want to show this chick what privilege actually looks like. So the Crucible is going to send you $3,000 so that you and your husband can go on a honeymoon. You can go. Her only crime was that she's happily married and you can't stand it.
I like this one. In general, I think society wants men to sit down and shut up, to be quiet, to be silent, not to say anything. Oh, just take it. Just be a gentleman. You know, back in 1939, when my grandfather was fighting in the war, it was hard, and, you know, he never shed a tear. Well, your grandfather is a strong man, but he probably definitely should have shed a tear. Number one. Number two, he probably didn't shed a tear in front of you, because at that point that you were born, he had at least been able to get to a point to where he could hold it in. But you better believe your grandfather was struggling. And I know I'm going off on a tangent, but a lot of these people, just to make a point, a lot of these veterans are struggling. They're not saying anything to you because that's just the way they've been taught. But they're struggling. Oh, he's fine. I want a man like that. No, you don't, because you can't handle a man like that. The first time that man starts sending raw emotion to you, talking to you about certain things. Oh, well, you know, you want a Snickers? Oh, you want me to cook you your favorite meal? Thank you. But I need a little bit more assistance. And that's the problem. And I say that because the connection here is that's what a lot of men on maybe a smaller scale are going through, where they're telling modern women, this is what's happening. This is what I'm going through. And modern women, number one, they don't care. Number two, they don't know how to deal with it.
The man that you deserve versus the guy that you have sex with are two different things, ladies. And I think more women need to get a reality check that, like, a lot of you guys are not as hot as you think you are. You're not as intelligent as you think you are.
Same goes for me.
You're not as desirable for a relationship as you think you are. And a lot of you got to lower your standards. And I think if women were a little bit more honest with themselves, we'd have more relationships. Because none of you want an average guy, right? 5'8", 40K per year, 50K per year. Maybe not the best looking guy, maybe a little fat. Most of you guys don't want that. That guy is completely invisible to you. But most of you are average. So average women won't even deal with average men. And then they wonder why they keep getting cheated on, because you go after the small percentage of men that have all the girls. Yeah.
What's your age?
I'm 24.
Are you single?
I'm very single, yeah.
Why do you think that is?
By choice. Yeah.
So why are New York men bringing to you?
Too much. Brokers, lying, scam. They don't do enough.
So how do you even date in a city like this?
You don't date.
What's enough for you to commit to a man?
If you leave me the alone, listen to my orders. If I tell you to do this, clean the house, come home with a nice full meal already ready for me, you know, we're not, because that's just for breeding purposes. I'm not you. You know what I mean? That's good enough for me. And also some guy just stay in his lane, never ask too many questions, don't bother me, that's it.
But you don't think that's playing more of the man's role instead of vice versa?
Hey, it's 2025. So there's a little bit of everything out here these days.
How many men do you think are actually willing to be that for you?
Not a lot, which is why I'm single. Because I will not, for my own standards, I will not dip down.
So do you not want to have love one day?
Oh, I don't care about it. As long as I got money, I'm good.
Well, money doesn't bring happiness, or does it for you?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you know, you could be depressed and broke, or you could be depressed with a lot of money. Then yeah, it helps a lot.
This man ain't do nothing wrong against the me.
I'm good. You look very
if
pretty.
You know you got a man, then why you entertain it? Right.
Is that
I
your
ain't gonna
brother?
say nothing either.
No, that's my boyfriend. Oh! I just thought you looked cute. I'm not gonna lie. Like, thank you.
Mhm.
I mean, feel me? I can still get your number.
You not gonna say nothing?
Hell no.
It's you.
I mean,
Is
so
you going or
don't care?
not?
Like, he's talking to me, you're not gonna say nothing?
You going or not?
He's asking for my number, you're not saying anything. I'm waiting for you to say something. No,
Exactly.
You're the man. You're supposed to say
Nah,
something.
you supposed to stand up and say I ain't
You're the
rocking with
man.
that.
Honestly, like,
okay.
you can get my number.
She chose her path.
Okay, here you go.
Move on, bro.
We about to come out hitting. I need to know, Sarah, why are these guys so corny these days? Why are men so corny?
Okay, first of all, I'm so glad that you asked this. Why are women so traumatized that they feel like a man that treats them well, is thoughtful, compassionate, and actually shows up for them is corny? Why is it that women are so traumatized that they want the man that's emotionally unavailable and will do actual things to make them feel worse about themselves? Why is it that women can't just take the time to appreciate a good man when they see him, so much so they so traumatized they gonna say, oh, he's a simp, oh, he's corny. Maybe that's why you single and you need to be out here getting recycled by every man that'll use you, because apparently you ain't looking for love. I feel like weak people get together with other weak people and they call it marriage. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just want to say this so bluntly. And I say this with love to all of my ladies, okay?
Oh, Lord,
I really
Jesus
do.
Christ.
The majority of women want the finished product man. And the man that is a finished product would not choose the majority of those women.
Because men have a desire to lead and teach. He doesn't want a woman that knows everything.
No. I think that it's not about a woman knowing everything. I think I'm a fairly wise woman. I think I'm a well-read woman. I have 3 degrees, an honorary doctorate. I've traveled around the world. I've taught people about leadership, self, and business development.
Is it cheating if a man wears his wedding band?
They can't be serious.
I'll tell you why it is.
Oh, goodness. They were being serious.
Because a lot of women are drawn to men that they know are taken. And so that man flaunting the fact that someone chose him is flaunting the fact that there's something to take.
So a man indicating for all the world to see that he is taken and in a committed relationship is now considered to be cheating because some women can't control themselves? Okay.
So he's trying to say, look at me, someone chose me, and this is why you should too.
Sometimes I think people just say whatever comes to mind when it should have remained an inside thought.
Special shout out to men that fidget with it. You know those men that you're like talking to and they're like, it's like, first of all, are you trying to flaunt it and trying to get someone to like be curious as to why someone chose you? Or are you trying to like fling that off? Because that's also cheating.
Okay, let's get everything cleared up. If you are wearing your wedding ring, if you're a guy, then that is cheating in some weird person's mind. But also, if you remove your wedding ring, that is also considered to be cheating. Gentlemen, I don't think there's any way you can win this. Sorry, there's just too many irrational individuals out there.
Here's the ways women can destroy you, right? So these are the ways women have leverage. Police, reputation destruction, as we saw in the first video, family court, and there's like a million other ways. So, feel free in the comments to put things I should add to this. But I want to make this simple. The only thing men have is cheating and walking away, like women being afraid you're going to cheat and women being afraid that you're going to walk away. And the challenge you have is when you get married, you're taking away, you're saying God is going to like smite you down or whatever. You're going to go to hell if you sleep with another woman or walk away. So that's your only leverage. However, when the church comes in and says you can't divorce or sleep with anyone else ever again, it's like, okay, you're basically saying get cucked, because how is he going to enforce that no? How can he enforce it? Can he go to the police and say, my wife isn't sleeping with me? And then she can take your house, your kids, and just ruin your life. This is the natural order of the world, right? So God can enforce things on man because God can just like smite you down. And then we got women next. But the man cannot enforce anything on the woman. And the woman can enforce everything on the man. So it's actually, it goes God, woman, man, children. That's the order of the world now. That's how it is now. And no amount of praying is going to change this, because the relationship is only quote unquote traditional if the woman says it should be. And so because of that, you cannot have a traditional relationship in 2025. It doesn't exist, because it's all dependent on if the woman feels like it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I choose you. I'll stop talking to him.
I'm not a choice.
When you see the way a lot of these modern women act, it's not hard to understand why men are checking out. When you see the way that they talk, it's not hard to understand why men are walking away. It's not hard to understand why men are going a different direction altogether. Why are men not participating in society? How come a man doesn't help? How come a man sees me struggling and he doesn't come to assist me? Because you're the same one that was just online a few days ago talking reckless about men and how they're terrible and we don't need them in society. Those will be the same women that expect men to come put air in their tires, fill up their car with gas, pay for the coffee. Oh, thank you so much. No, don't worry about it. Oh, he did it just because he was nice. Okay, maybe it's not him. Are you going to do something that's nice for somebody? I'm going to do it for my friends. Exactly. Men got to cover friends and family. They got to cover strangers. Now men are saying, I'm not covering anybody but my family and my friends. I'm not covering strangers. And modern women are ticked off because men say, listen, time for me providing for you, and you don't even live in my household, number one. Number two, then, and it'd be one thing if you say, I thank you, sir, I appreciate that. But now modern women are not even grateful for what men are doing. They're not even grateful for the protection of you're supposed to do that. You're a man. Okay, then. Anyway. And
I'm going to silently observe what this trip looks like on her social media.
You know what? Exactly.
How she's carrying herself. And then men do that. We take mental notes. People are like, oh, she's out there on a boat, half naked, twerking in front of guys. Not wifey when she comes back. Now I know where to place her.
Wait, on a boat, half naked? What do you want her to wear on a boat?
Twerking also was added in there on a guy.
So there was guys
twerking on a guy is crazy though. On a guy is
like if
it was a girl's trip.
If you're getting to know me,
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said I thought it was a girl's trip.
But guys can be there.
They do be having
like
excursions.
If you go on a girl's trip to Jamaica, you're with your girls, but men live in Jamaica.
Men do live in Jamaica.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I get
doing something like that.
You could judge her if she did that raft thing and she had the Jamaican man doing the exfoliating
and rubbing
I'm judging it all.
But
I ain't never get that up on it.
Usually, if men were not invited on the trip, that boat day is just girls. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And if she's half naked, so what? Who the goes to Jamaica to put on clothes?
But it's not just doing it. It's also
and we twerking for the videos. It's a girl's trip. You also look
at what you post. Men look at what you post. We don't want our wifey having certain things posted on her social media. Remember the saying that's going viral, a wife is a wife before she's a wife? That's what that means.
Could he possibly like me more than his girlfriend? And could I possibly be dumb to think that it's more than
what gender are you asking this question to? He might absolutely like you more than his girlfriend. That do not mean he want to be with your. That don't mean he's ever intending to wife your. Because your girl can get on your nerves, but I still notice who I want to be with. She's just getting on my nerves right now, and I don't like her. I love her though, but I happen to like you. You know what I'm saying? Because in the midst of my difficulty with my partner, you was willing to squeeze yourself in. You didn't even try to take up space. You know what I'm saying? You was willing to fit into my life exactly the way I needed you to fit in. You feel me? I I can like you right where you at. You don't want no more? You ain't asking for hell yeah, I like you. You mean I get to still go home to my girl? Yes, I like you a lot. I'm gonna talk to you a lot. You mean you gonna get up? You actually okay with me having to get off the phone when my girl walk in? Yeah, I like you, baby. I like you. I like you a lot. A whole lot. Yeah, that nigga might like you more than his girlfriend. Yeah.
2 things I will never do as a kingdom wife because I take this position very seriously. Number 1, I will not deny my husband intimacy. I am the only store that my husband can shop at. And imagine every time you go to your favorite store, it says close. No, I am not going to ask my husband to partner with me, to be in covenant with me, but deny him the main part of what makes it a covenant, which is the intimate parts of marriage. I also understand the psychology of most men. This is the way they feel close. So that is how I'm going to honor my position, is to make sure you stay close. We also know that where there is a gap and where there is space, that is a place for the enemy to come in. Number 2, I don't talk to anybody about my man except for licensed counselors. My friends ain't gonna know nothing. My mama and them ain't gonna know nothing. What's in this house, stay in this house, in Jesus' name.
Give women a break. I mean, women won't even look at a man who's under 6 foot as a human in a lot of cases. Like, what are we talking about? They are the most fucking brutal gender, and this is the most brutal dating market that we've ever been in. So for you to sit here and tell me that I'm being too mean or I'm not being gentlemanly, it's just a little bit silly. We just have to look on the other side of the aisle to see what's going on, and I think you'll find me pretty justified.
You can't call yourself a man if you're not paying for everything. Yes, you pay for the date, you pay for the trip, you pay for her to eat, you pay for her nails, you pay for her hair. And the men that don't like to hear that are not men. I don't know what you want me. How can you be masculine if you're not providing?
Okay, I see where he's coming from, but this is not it. And here's why I think this is not it. Because this man left out one thing, and one thing that's extremely important when it comes down to a man being a provider, is that a man is to provide for his wife. Not for his date, not for his girlfriend, for his wife. Someone he is going to marry. That's the idea. Because that's the thing that I'm seeing a lot, is that women are expecting men to be providers, but they're not willing to be the, wife material. You cannot expect a man to provide if you are not showing what you can give to him, while he's definitely giving a whole lot more to you. I don't think people understand the term providing. Providing doesn't always mean, it does not mean funding a specific lifestyle as far as materialistic things. Not getting your nails and hair and your lashes done, or buying the next Gucci bag that's released, or sitting here talking about going on trips and We're talking about a man making sure a roof is over his wife's head, making sure that he bought groceries for his wife to make dinner with. We're talking about those type of things, making sure the bills are paid, that you have set in said home. Not sitting here funding her trips, funding her nails, funding her freaking hair, funding her lashes, funding her handbags, funding her shoes, funding all these, her makeup and that she doesn't even need. And again, ladies, you want a man to be provider. You have to be his wife. There's no sense in this. Like, I don't understand. Like, dude, I'm sorry, but this is not the way to go with this. You know, a man can be a provider and a man is willing to be a provider, but it should only be to his wife. Before that, y'all two are legally single. You guys don't get, you do not need to be providing to pay her rent that she got herself, her bills that she has within her rent, her own home, whatever that she has to do as an adult. You don't need to be funding that. That does not make you a provider. That makes you a sucker, in my opinion. You do that for your wife, not for your girlfriend.
That covers the steak and the whiskey. The lobster and the cocktails are yours.
Excuse me? Are we splitting the bill on a first date?
Correct. You ordered the market price lobster. I assumed you had the budget for it.
This is embarrassing. A gentleman always pays. It's called chivalry.
Chivalry comes from a time when women couldn't work. You are a boss babe CEO, right? That's what your bio says.
Oh, wow. I think I left my cards in my other bag. Guess you have to cover it.
You've been texting on that iPhone all night. They take Apple Pay. Ready for the check?
Yes, he is taking care of the whole thing.
No. Separate checks. I'm only covering this half.
That's different. I make my own money, but a man should still provide. It shows you value me.
Spending $200 on dinner doesn't show value. It shows I'm a wallet, and I don't pay for the pleasure of your company.
Wow, you are broke. That's what this is. You can't afford me.
I can afford the restaurant. I just can't afford the bad investment. There is no ROI here.
Stop following me.
My car is parked here.
Right. See that? That's what a real man drives. Not someone who cries over a lobster. You probably took the bus here. Wait, that's yours? Cole, I was just mad. You know how I get when I'm hungry.
You just ate.
What are you doing? Open it.
It's locked.
Open it. It's freezing out here. We had a date.
My passenger seat is for a partner. You're looking for a sponsor. I'm not a charity.
So you're just going to leave me here? A real man would make sure I get home safe.
The bus stop is 2 blocks down.
Jerk!
Take the bus.
I got married a virgin.
Yeah, I know, for sure. Men are no longer persuasive. She said, as soon as you tell them no, they don't ask you out on no more dates.
They wanted to beg for a date?
That's what she said, dog.
Beg for a date.
I don't know if it's beg for it.
Want to go out? No. Cool.
You wrong.
You really want to go out? Want to go out? Maybe I'll ask you tomorrow. Well, what does she want? A no means no. They say no means no. No means no, right?
No, Chan, she's saying when you ask the first time, when she say no, that's supposed to get you really on your game so you can ask again.
So then walk around the aisle and act like we didn't never meet.
Chase the cat.
But like hey man, let me take you out sometime for dinner. No. Hey, how you doing, Channing? Let me take you out to dinner. What is she talking? Like, you just gonna keep begging her? That's called stalking. That's called stalking. I will say, y'all know the story. I will say, my wife, she was playing hard to get, and I ended up cutting her grandfather's grass.
You was playing for the Dolphins, cutting grass?
I was playing for the Dolphins. I had to buy a lawnmower. So I went to pick her up twice, and her grass, she was at her grandfather's house, and the grass was immaculate. Then the third time, and she really wasn't vibe, like we wasn't even, she no action, no nothing, not even no smooch. I'm an Uber driver at this time. Took her out, the third time I took her out, I look and I see the yard, and the yard's all overgrown, and I know the yard used to be immaculate, and her grandfather cut it himself. So I called, I'm like, hey, I see the yard, like, what's up with daddy? She said, oh, he's down in his back. She said he couldn't get out there this week because he's down in his back. I go and buy a lawnmower, buy a trimmer. She's at work at the time. I go over to her grandparents' house and just start cutting the grass. Then her grandma called and said, Asia, that's a big light-skinned boy out here in the yard. And that was my breakthrough. But the first time I asked Asia, I was at a bowling alley after a movie premiere, I was like, hey, let me take you out some time. It was a yes. I had to build up to now being married with 3 kids, but if that initial is a no, I'm moving on. I threw my lure at that fish, brought it right across his face, tapped his nose, the fish swam off. I'm throwing at another fish. Like, I don't get begging somebody for a date. I say, working lady, working persuasive lady, but don't beg nobody for no date. Man, have some pride in yourself.
Hold up, limitless, niggas to me, can't pin in it. I fought the head to witness it.